Stu and Jen, thanks for coming today. Tell me about your Thermomix journey and what's inspired you to purchase. Like, how long have you been looking at one, and what's made the difference now?
Do you want to go or me?
You can. It's been a long one.
Yeah, it's been a long one. It's probably been about 10 years in the making. It all started off one time. We had our youngest fella, Sean, at his doctor's, and we're chatting with the doctor, and she said that she was going to go home and cook her tea for her mum and herself on the Thermomix. And we said, what's that? That's the first I'd heard of it. Mm-hmm. And then she explained that it was this wonderful machine that could, where you chuck all the ingredients and it'll cook you a great meal. That was her words. And then she told us more about how it made life easier for her, you know, being able to just cut the preparation and cooking times right down. She had more time to relax after long hours at work being a doctor. But then she told us how much it cost her. So I went, whoa! That put me off for a while. Yeah. But of course, that never really put Jenny off. Jenny was interested. And she started to research. And a few years later, and that, Jen always had the question she kept on asking herself, you know, will I use it enough to warrant the cost of it? Yeah. And because her words, I am not a lover of cooking. Look, I had misgivings about it as well, because I thought, oh yeah, is it just going to be another appliance that's going to sit on the bench and not get used?
Because I was also a bit fearful of it. I thought I'd be intimidated by it. Because also, like, prior to knowing about a Thermomix, you know, like the most I kind of like thought about blenders and things was, you know, the big Kenwoods, and they have 101 different parts and things. And we ended up getting one from Stuart's mum, but where did it sit? In the storage box.
Still sitting there.
Yeah, because there was just a lot to think about with it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you had so many appliance accessories to do what you wanted to do. So, you know, to each individual process was like, okay, well, you've got to get another accessory to put onto it. Yeah. And it was just, and like and more then, things to clean.
Sorry. And then Jen attended an online demo or two as part of her research, and she loved what she saw. Yeah. Without Sam's, your support and access to your page, we wouldn't have seen how easy it was to use it as well. Yeah, I must admit, I sort of snuck a look every now and again. And,
did you?
Yeah, you know. And by attending a demo via Zoom, there was absolutely no pressure. That's what Jen liked about it, because and seeing it in action, that was the clinch for Jen. And once she's seen that, she's made up her mind to purchase one. Well, hook or
she had to get you over the line. Did she have to get you over the line after she made up her mind?
I had to bargain for it.
Yeah.
I
don't need to know.
Because I had to say I was into crystals and things, and there's dipping sites, and I was kind of getting a bit addicted.
A bit, yeah.
And anyway, so I said to Stu, okay, well, instead of, if I stop buying dips and save for the Thermi, I'm gonna get, well, I didn't say, can I get one? It was like, I'm gonna get one. I said, I'm gonna stop buying dips until I've saved enough for the Thermi.
Oh,
and
beautiful.
And then, so it was like, I'm gonna get it, rather than, you know, I'm not gonna, so making that clear-cut decision was a big
change.
Yeah.
And you had made up your mind, and you were going to do what it needed to take to get it done. Was that process, Jen, was that about a year once you decided that? I can't remember. Was that
well,
or less?
That was less. I think you just happened to invite me to a demo. and because you had previously, but I kind of like, oh, I was just not wary of anything about the Thermomix, just doing it, going, not knowing what's involved in going to an online thing. Anyway, so then I thought, no, bugger it. I'm going to go. And then I think you just did the icing sugar. You converted sugar to icing sugar in a few seconds. It's like, oh my God. and I just, during that session, and then we were talking about what were my obstacles. And it was mainly that thing about will I use it?
Yeah.
Like if you're going to spend a certain amount, you want to know that it's just not going to sit there, because I'm guilty of that.
Yeah.
But then just how easy it was, and how simple, and you didn't have to change 101 accessories on it. It's all just there in the one. So no, I'm going to tell Stuart I'm going to do it.
And she told me.
And I did.
What do you think is the difference for you, like for people looking at a Thermomix as opposed to other things, and what makes it easy?
The guided cooking is wonderful.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. It's excellent.
Yeah.
And as I said, it's all in one. You're kneading, you're mixing, you're just
one way.
like your slow cooking and the rice. So I have got rid of the slow cooker. I have got rid of the rice cooker, the blender. Stu kind of like pulled aside out of the op shop box the milkshake maker. But
I get that.
Yeah.
But I know you can make milkshakes in them, but I wanted it. I mean, how easy is it to clean them after using them as well? It's just so easy, you chuck a bit of water in and hit the pre-clean and bang.
I know.
And it cleans. I was quite surprised how clean that pre-clean got it, but it's really, really good. Because I think the first thing I cooked was the honeycomb. And as I'm getting honeycomb,
believe it, you made honeycomb slice or something. It blew me out of the water. Oh my God! Bang!
Because when I first started bringing it out of the bowl, because it started to set, because it goes real quick. And I thought, oh my God, how are we going to clean this bowl out? So I reckon it's brand new. But then we just did the pre-clean with, I think it was a bit of vinegar. And it came out easy. Yeah,
I know you've ordered your second machine, and how long were you an owner of the first one before you? Was it 6 weeks? How long was it?
Yeah, 6 weeks, because we've only been an owner now for about 8 weeks. So 8.
Yeah, I think we got it.
Must have been only 5 weeks, because we're waiting for the other one. So
So 2 machines, 2 thermos. What inspired you to make another purchase?
Well,
so the next job is actually to train them how to use it.
That's right. But because at first, before we ordered the second machine, I ordered and we got the second bowl. And that was just to make it a bit easier. Not that it's hard anyway, but it was just a bit of a time saver. If you're doing one thing, you can quickly swap the bowl out for a clean bowl. And because I started to use it more and more, sort of out the way.
Who was this machine for?
It'll be his and hers.
Yeah, so the new one's mine. Since I've been using it, I really love using it. I like to cook before, but with the Thermomix, I find it's a lot more fun because it's so easy. Like I've tried making bread before, for instance, and I found that such a pain because, you know, the kneading and mucking around with the yeast and all that, and it was a bit of a fail and stuff. So I tried it in the Thermi, and that came out really well. Like I use a recipe from the Thermomix community. It's It's a knockoff of the Baker's Delight rolls.
Oh, yep, yep.
And that is so nice. We had some last night. It's really, really nice. So and the boys love it. I love it. Jen loves it. So
yeah, it's cheaper.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Cheaper than going down to Baker's Delight, and convenience.
That's right. I mean, like.
Do you have Baker's Delight where you live?
Yeah. There's one down at Mid Valley. Yeah, but like yesterday, you know, and being COVID and all the rest of it, we're all locked up. So yesterday it was terrible weather. I wouldn't have wanted to go down to Baker's Delight anyway.
No, that cold snap over the weekend. Whew.
Yeah, so just make it at home, and it puts a nice smell through the house, that bacon does. So.
You like cooking.
Cook.
You've liked cooking before, and Jen, you've not liked cooking. So between the two of you, what have you noticed as a difference?
Well, if we were baking, you make so much mess when you bake. You've got bowls, you've got, you know, mixing machines that have got all dough or whatever, flour and stuff all over them. You run out of room, your sink fills up with all these dishes, and you think, is it really worth it, all this hassle? Yeah. But with the Thermomix, you do it all in the one machine. And like if you're making a cake, most of your ingredients you can just chuck in all together. Yeah. It mixes it. And then you just pour it in the cake pan and cook it. How easy is that?
Yeah, most things are 1 and 2 steps, or it's just it's great. There's no measuring spoons, there's no measuring cups or bowls or extra tools, and it's very smart, very, very smart. What have you loved, Jen?
Well, with the main meals, the scales, the built-in scales, it's so easy. You don't have to, you know, stop what you start, then get the scales out and make sure they're working, and, you know, the accuracy of it. What I like is meal times were stressful for me, trying to keep everything warm. And with this, you know, like being able to cook most of the things that we do in the one pot, and then grabbing the thermoservice, being able to keep, like, say, the rice warm whilst you're finishing off the other meal part, and I love that. That takes a big stress off me.
Another thing that I like about it is that everything's in the one machine. You don't have to, when you're baking, for instance, you don't have to worry about you're going to get your cookbooks dirty and stuff like that, because it's all on screen. It's brilliant. Go on the cookie do, or, you know, and it's all there. Steps you through it. You can't really make a mistake. We did use the planner, which give us our shopping list, and then I just downloaded that onto the phone.
And you've got a couple of kids at home, and you've got a couple that are out.
Yes.
Have you noticed any changes with them? And you've been cooking? Yeah.
It didn't have all the preservatives and the extra sugars and stuff like that. So it is taste change. Jen had cooked, what was that again? Beef stroganoff, which is really nice. He came out, because at first he said, no, I'm not eating that, you know. I'm not eating it. But he came out and he says, oh, geez, that smells all right. And he had a look. He says, oh, doesn't look too bad. Can I try a little bit? He says, oh, can I have some? And, he's loving the beef stroganoff. There was the sticky
sesame chicken.
Yeah, the sticky chicken one. Yeah.
The honey mustard chicken is
honey mustard. Favorite. Yeah, he's picked up quite a few now. He's coming more, which is great for us. He's starting to eat what we're eating, because he was a fussy little eater, and it was always separate meals for him. And at times it was, well, get yourself cereal. You know, we're not doing separate meals all the time, but no, he's coming across. And the other son, Sean, he likes his food. He eats just about it all, doesn't he? He likes it.
That's good. That's so good to hear. That's so great to hear that it's you've got some wins.
Yeah, well, I guess I see, you know, on the community pages and stuff where people say, oh, my teenager's not liking it, you know, I'm pulling my hair out. All I suggest is keep on trying.
Yeah.
They will come around.
Gave me the KFC
Yeah.
recipe, so I thought they love their KFC, of course. So I thought, yep, well, that's definitely going to be a one to try. So I did make it up, and yeah, they enjoyed it. We can imitate to a really good level of some takeaway foods and things, and yeah, as we know, a lot more healthier because we know what's going in them.
Yeah. And talking about like support and the support from me as your consultant, support from the wider Thermomix community, do you think that's made a difference to your Thermomix experience?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like you've been with us every step of the way, and it's been really good. Through from helping Jen with the initial queries, answering any lingering doubts that I had about it all.
And Sims.
Yeah, the steamed dim sims, that's right. And you definitely can. Yeah, we've had with your page, you, me, and Thermy. That's the one we mainly go to, or I mainly go to. I find that's a really good source of info because you've got your videos and your recipes and stuff on there. And I like your little sheet that you put out with your staples, your pantry staples and all that. Because that's another change that we're noticing too. We haven't replaced everything in there yet.
No.
But, you know, making your own ingredients and, you know, the milling function of the machine is brilliant. You know?
Shopping bill wise, like what did you buy? What did your shopping look like before and now what does it look like?
We were buying a lot of the jar type sauces, you know, for your pastas and making your pasta bakes and all that, whereas now we don't. You know, we're clearing those out, so which is really good. But yeah, it is a lot more fresher ingredients in that we are buying now. Go along and try different vegetables, for instance, that you haven't used before in your ingredients, because you can hide a lot more in the kids' veggies.
Yeah,
Spag
bowl's a great one that I do. That
I love it, and I just think we should have bit the bullet earlier.
Yeah,
you know,
it sounds a little bit soppy, but we're starting to cook together more. So we get along a bit better when we're cooking and that at the moment because we're having more fun. So
yeah, that's awesome.
And, another thing that I like about the whole experience is the cooking demos that are on quite often. We jump along and, you know, jump in and watch them, because at times, not always do we think that we might want to cook that food, but it's the tips that you get from the different presenters and everything like that. And even the people, when they're typing in the comments, will give tips as well. It's a great resource. I mean, the whole community, just the Facebook pages even, I see that people are quite happy to help each other out there. So where to from here, you know? And I can say that Thermy's been it's going to be our most used appliance. That's if it isn't already, it already is. But cooking is becoming more enjoyable and will continue to become more enjoyable. Like the learning curve with the Thermy, it's not very big at all, but there is still a learning. It's a new machine, you got to learn about it. And we're going to go more confident in our abilities with our cooking with the Thermy. Jenny and I both have anxiety issues, but I think with the abilities and our confidence, we'll be able to have some others over for tea one night that we've prepared, you know, because I did a an Indian meal, the butter chicken. We made the naan bread and the rice and all the rest of it. You know, we could do an Indian theme one night or something, have a couple of friends over.
Get dressed
We'd
up.
never do that.
Dress up.
I don't think so. Santa Claus only. I'm also looking forward to using the Thermy as the weather gets warmer, because I love cooking on the weather. But I see some of the recipes out there for the salads and stuff, and salads and dressings and all the rest of it that you can make in there. It'll be great.
And the marinades.
Yeah.
The marinades and the salads
the
are
seasonings.
amazing.
Oh yeah. And
it's just they're not normal salads anymore.
no.
Yeah, our normal salad is green salad.
Green with tomato and cucumber.
That's right.
Bit of cheese if you're lucky.
Yeah. And as in the future, I can see us, we'll continue to let our family and friends know all about Thermys, the Thermos and that, because they are a great machine, and I wouldn't hesitate recommending anyone to buy one. We'll probably end up hosting a few virtual demos with you.
That'd be great.
Yeah, because they are fun for everyone. And we'll continue to recommend you as our favourite consultant.
Oh, Stu. Thank you.
But no, it's been great.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
He first got interested in the Weber, and he went all out and looked up and researched and looked up barbecue recipes. So I knew when we had the Thermy, he would be totally into it, and sure enough, he's looking
more than into it.
Yeah, full on.
Yeah.
It was like him. We were joking. I think I was joking with you on the chat about us having a second Thermy. Like him.
Yeah, I know.
A week later, he said, "Oh, I bought one." I said, so it was no argument for me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, I just love that. I've been exposed to so many different foods. It's amazing, and learned so much about the health properties of all of them. And if I have visitors come over and they have any intolerances or requirements, it's no-brainer.
Yeah.
I'm really, really grateful. I know this is a big thing for you to come on and do this interview with me. And I'm so grateful that you've said yes, and you've been able to share all that. And I really think you'd make great consultants. But one day in the future, you never know.
I was saying about the cooking demos and stuff, seeing the consultants use the accessories that are available in the mix shop. Because of that, we've gone to the mix shop and we've bought quite a few, and they are really good quality. And seeing them work used during the demos, it really helps, because you think, oh yeah, that could be handy for that. Yeah. You do see the benefits. I really like those baking trays. Yeah, the mats, the two silicons, because we've got the big one and we've also got the smaller one. Yeah, they're brilliant.
Yeah.
Nothing sticks to them.
And to be able to put them in the oven.
Yeah.
You're doing two good things there, aren't you?
Yeah.
I know, they're really great. And when you do lollipops or any sugar work, and because they stick on the bench,
they don't fall.
They don't move.
So there's the different uses for them. Like you might, they might be labelled such and such, but you can use it for something else.
Like the yogurt jars, for instance.
Yeah.
Those yogurt jars, they're now selling the lids where you can use them for a spice jar.
Yeah. I'm so happy because you guys are how many hours away from me? 3?
Yeah, probably.
3 hours.
Oh, yeah, 3 or 4, yeah.
Yeah, so because the distance, it's great. So actually, on that note, because some people say, but you're too far from me, and we've got this virtual world What would you say to those people? Because I'm always...
Well, look, we're conversing right now, you know, with hours away, and it's just so much easier. And honestly, with the demos and stuff, what's good about that is if you're a little bit shy, you can still go ahead to those demos. You don't have to have the camera on.
Yeah.
You know, you can still watch it. You can still benefit from it all, and you can sit there in your pajamas if you want.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm in my UGG boots right now, so.
Yeah. So
I agree, and I think this virtual space has just been a game changer for both consultants who have to leave their family. Well, we don't have to do that now, and also the customer who doesn't need to clean the house, doesn't need to, you know, go out and spend more time. Actually, it's more time effective, I think.
But look, and say if you are having a particular issue, you can ring your consultant and you can have a meeting straight away almost, and you can show them what issues you're having, and they can see, and they can fix it straight away for you. That, you know, you don't have to wait until they're able to, you know, come around to visit or whatever, you know. Or,
yes, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, it is. It is great. And I've set my computer up in my kitchen, as you can see.
Yeah.
So I'm on all the time. So it's it is great, and I've really, really enjoyed. That's the best thing about COVID, is that it's unlocked this opportunity for us to share Thermomix love and passion through the virtual world, which was not on offer before. So it's really, really made a big difference to everybody.
Also, I think when you are inviting people to come along, it is a lot easier because they can do it in their own home. It's not that they have to travel to go to somewhere else to be a part of the demo. It's just
and leave their kids and husband
and then
dress up.
That's right.
And you don't like. I think a lot of people feel like if they go to a demo, they're going to be pressured. They're going to be conned. You know, in some instances, not saying thermo, but you know, some party plans and things. That's why people don't want to go, because they don't want to feel that. But this idea is just it's pressure free, and you don't feel like obligated, but you're getting all the info. And I just think this way is can only be really beneficial to
it's great because it gives the customer, if you like, or the person attending the thing, gives them the control. If they're feeling pressured at all, they just bang, close the connection, they're gone.
Is that what happens? No, that's
like,
luckily I don't have people leave like that.
No, that's right. I've never seen anyone do it.
And that's so true. And I think sometimes when I'm asking my customers, do you want to, you know, the benefits to hosting for them are great with all their hosting. Do you have any friends that want to come and check it out? And it is that stigma attached to that direct sales industry that people feel that pressure. But hey, we're talking about a $2,000 product. We can't make anyone, I wouldn't dare make anyone spend, and I wouldn't want to have an unhappy customer anyway.
No.
So we just don't even go there. And there's no, you know, the benefits to the host apply regardless of what happens as well. So that's always a win. And if someone does purchase a Thermomix, there's even more benefits. But there's no pressure. So so that's what I love about that too. And just when in your own time, whenever you're ready in your own time. So you've never, obviously that's a great thing. You've never felt that pressure. So I'm really happy to hear that as well.
And I feel like a lot more confident to say, look, have you thought about a Thermygal, which I've actually done yesterday.
Oh my gosh!
I just, you know, like she does a lot of cooking, a lot of baking, all types of cooking. And I kind of asked her, has she got a Thermi? And she didn't. And I said, well, you know, have you thought about one? And she said, oh, yeah. So, like, I explained, and I just gave her the website to, you know, get information about it. And I said, I do have my consultant, you know, like, I love her. She's no pressure. You do not feel any pressure at any time. Just that the main thing is you're passionate and you just want to share the info and the benefits of the Thermi, and that's what you feel. You feel your passion. Yeah. So, you know, I have no hesitations in recommending you. You know, like no fear of you kind of like crossing boundaries or anything, because there's none of that.
Nah.
Yeah.
Really good.
Oh, thank you, Jen. Thank you. I'll send you a whole wad of business cards.
Oh no, we'll just send you a link.
Yeah. That's right. Just join them to the group, or direct them to the page, whichever one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just so thrilled. This is why I still do Thermomix. It's for seeing the impact that it has on customers, and it's just such a feel-good space to be in. That, you know, I've helped that happen in a way. I mean, you've done
definitely
all the work with the cooking and stuff, but it's just such a nice way to have a relationship and to share and know that it's making a difference in other people's lives. So,
and we're on the same page about it.
Yeah,
that's the beauty.
And that's just priceless. Priceless. And you know what warms me most as well is that Stu, being a male.
Yes.
Not, you know, because it's normally the women who reach out to us and say, you know, we're looking for the appliance. But having that passion come from Stu being a male,
he's embraced it. Yeah.
It's fantastic, and I just want to shout that to the rooftops.
I think the payment plan, having the 24-month one for we're fortunate that we were able to buy straight out, but it does, they do have a good choice, so like it covers most people's needs.
Have you noticed any savings? I know you've only been owners for a short time, but have you noticed monetary savings, and would you say that would pay off your 24 months interest rate?
Yeah, because we were doing Hello Fresh.
Oh, major savings then.
Yeah. And it was you that opened Jen's eyes up in one of your chats. Yeah, because you said to Jen, you know, do you realise the amount of money you're spending on your Hello Fresh? You had to pay for your Thermi, no worries. And we have noticed that difference, because we had gotten to the stage with Hello Fresh, because you'd order your meals, you know, in advance, a couple of weeks in advance, and then when you got them, sometimes you didn't feel like those meals, you know, and you were starting to waste a few meals and stuff. But we've saved a heap of money.
So now I'm thinking of all these things, but like with the making your own stock pastes and the using of what we'd call the scraps of the veggies, throwing them in, you know, that's a really good bonus too. Yeah. That you can do that rather than throw it away, like it'd just be going in our rubbish bin, but to be able to use
it for something else.
Yeah.
And I think, I mean, we're big eaters in my household. I think a lot of Australians are.
Oh yeah.
You know, renowned for. We like a good plate.
That's it.
But you know, I think sometimes when you're buying HelloFresh, it is for the convenience factors, because you're busy, or maybe you don't know, you're not confident in the cooking space, or whatever it might be. But the meal sizes, I think, I've had them before, and they're small.
They are small.
They're small for me, and you know, and I don't see the value in it. And even in takeaway now, I think what I can cook, I can make it cheaper and actually more taste better.
Yeah.
And I'm getting a lot more for my money as well. So I'm saving on not only monetary costs, but you know, I'd probably have to replace that with double servings.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going crazy, but I love all that too. I'm just going to click